Welcome back to Week. This is episode 46. My name is William, and along with my fiancée Laura and my brother Andrew, we run the attachment company. This is episode 46 of Week to Week, the weekly YouTube series where we show you behind the scenes of everything it takes to run our small business, both here in the UK and over in Denver, Colorado in the USA. Show you the good, the bad, the highs, the lows, everything in between. So buckle up, let's go show you what's on this week. Monday morning, and with a couple of orders to go out today. Starting off with a breaker order. That's for a customer over in Peebles, a GBN 30TL. That's the one we dropped off the bracket in the welders last week, picked it up on Saturday past, bolted it up this morning, and that is ready to go. A GBN 30TL, comes with two tools, hoses, hitch bracket, everything ready to go to work. That's packed up and out today. And an Auger package, an Auger Torque X2500 package for the customer's Kubota U19. That's an X2500 drive, double pin cradle hitch, and a 200mm S4 tungsten auger. And the little breaker this morning was for a customer's JCB 8026. So they're both packed up, ready for Stuart Nickel Transport to collect this afternoon. They'll be with the customers tomorrow. Alright, Monday evening, been over to the welders, dropped off another breaker bracket. Other than that, we've just been replying to customer emails, try to keep up with customer inquiries and do a little bit of tidying up here in the warehouse. But it is 6 PM, I'm going to do a little bit more in here, but that's us done for Monday. Tuesday morning, we're in the warehouse, and the one and only order for today, at the moment anyway, it's just about ready to go. It is a 250mm log splitting cone and 150mm S4 tungsten auger. Fairly run-of-the-mill stuff. It's going on the customer's Auger Torque 4500 Max. If you're a regular here, you've probably seen us packing up these log splitting cones before. If not, we pretty much pack up these log splitting cones on a weekly basis. They come in three sizes: the 200 that we done yesterday, the 250 and a 300. This is a 250mm version. If you want to learn more about them, see where they're made, see how they're made, I'll link it up here somewhere if you're watching on your phone or your laptop. Click the link, go watch that video where I go to India and I'll show you these being made. In the meantime, I'm going to finish packing this up and get it out of here. Tuesday afternoon. Busy morning actually today, a lot of customer inquiries and some general customer support things to tidy up. While I've got something out here to show a customer around, just done a quick video to send them, I figured I might as well show you around it as well. So this isn't something that we normally have in stock. We had this up for Scott Plant, thought we would try one. It is a Cangini concrete mixer bucket. It does have standard skid steer pickup, but it also has a flat plate allowing us to put an excavator bracket on it. It's a 350 litre version. I'll put the specs up on the screen here for you. Something a little bit different. You load your material in the front. There's a spiral auger in there for mixing it, and then the hydraulic control box then opens your back door, which is connected onto the chute that lets you position the concrete wherever you need it to go. While that was out, I figured I might as well give you a quick look around about it. It's something I might try and do in weeks where there's maybe not anything big and major happening. So yeah, that's a Cangini concrete mixer bucket. You've seen around it. Now let me show you one working. from the warehouse again. It's Wednesday morning, no orders to go out today. However, we're starting the day off with a run over to the welders, pick up the parts that we dropped off the other day. I'll show you what they were doing with them. That'll let us get them ready for an order to go tomorrow. And we've got a couple of parts to take over there because they're going to make some modifications for another attachment for a different customer. So that's the plan for Wednesday. Let's go. What do you buy? Come on up. Come on. Hey. Right, before we go, let me show you the plan for the tilt bucket parts. This is stuff we're needing modified when we get there. I'll spin you around and show you. So this is the top section for what is normally our 3 to 4 ton tilt buckets, which is that one there. You can see how the top section would go in and the cylinders would attach to that. However, for this customer, this is a little bit too small. He wants to use a smaller bucket on a bigger excavator. So what we're going to do is cut these hangers off, and then we're going to, I think my plan at the moment is to ask him to drill a bolt pattern on here, same one on here. We can bolt that bracket to this assembly, and then we can get it bolted up and fixed onto the bucket. The bucket for that is sitting over here. So as soon as that's done, we'll get it reassembled and we'll get it out to the customer. They're also wanting to modify one of the small ones, the small buckets as well. Basically, take the buckets we've got, but move them up a size of excavator is the plan at the moment. They don't want to put massive buckets on the machines, so we're just adjusting some of the brackets. Buckets are going to stay the same. We're adjusting some of the brackets to let them use slightly smaller buckets on slightly larger machines. So, with that being said, let's get these parts in the pickup, get over to the welders, pick up the other parts, and then we'll take the rest of the day from there. Isn't that right, dog? Bracket collected. Let me get some paint on it and then I'll show you what it's for. Thursday morning, we're back in the warehouse. Had to leave in a bit of a hurry yesterday, but we're back starting where we left off yesterday. Bracket is ready to go for this breaker. Paint's dry, so let's get it put together and I'll show you around. Breaker is assembled and ready to go. It is the same as the one we dispatched the start of the week, a GBN 30. The only difference being this bracket. So this is a bracket for an Avant mini loader, or any loader actually, an Avant or a multi one, but in this case the customer is using it with an Avant. And you can see we've had to build it on an angle just to allow for the right geometry for the Avant loader to be able to get up and over and get the breaker vertical. So shout out to John and Grant again for getting that done for us. We used the top plate, the standard top plate from the breaker, put these wedges in, and then we used an Avant back plate just to get it up to the right angle, a 25-degree angle from the top of the breaker to the back plate for the Avant. That'll go with 2 tools as normal. That's a flat chisel and there is a moil point as well. Put the hoses on it, no couplers on this one because the customer is using the Avant faster coupler. So other than fitting that, when it gets there, this is ready to go to work. That was the only order for this morning, but we've just had one come in through the website for a log splitter cone. So I'm going to get this packed up, get the log splitter cone packed up, and these will both be ready to go today with the customers tomorrow. Isn't that right, dog? Log splitter cone is ready. It's a 200mm version. We are still working through the ones that require the bolt-on hub, so they have a little bit of assembly. We covered that a good few episodes ago, why these ones have a bolt-on hub and the 250 and the 300 don't. I prefer it to end up with the customer sort of ready to go to work and them having to deal with bolting it up. We've also had a customer inquiry on the back of posting the concrete mixer bucket the other day, who is looking for a customer of ours, for a customer of theirs, if that makes sense. A dealer customer of ours, it's for their customer. They're looking to mount this sort of multi-use on an excavator and on a tractor front loader. So I've taken it out, I've set it up just so we can see what it looks like sort of in the in-use position, and then we can figure out the best method of mounting a Euro hitch and an excavator bracket on it at the same time. So I'll share that with you when we have some more details of that. Other than that, I'm going to finish getting these two orders packed up, get them out. Thursday evening, 6:30, we are out of here. Nothing much exciting to show you this afternoon. Mainly just replying to customer inquiries, pricing up some things, and just generally getting back to folks and working on the computer. So nothing terribly exciting to show you, unfortunately. There we are, gates all in, fence all finished. Did spend a little bit of time, the last half an hour or so, just sweeping up the warehouse and then unpacking some of the equipment that we brought over a few weeks ago that came down in the big move into the new place. It's pretty cool, actually. It's things we've gathered over the last couple of years I never actually had room for, so just getting them unpacked, getting a look at them, making sure they are all still good, working out where they're going to go, and then of course I will show you in a bit more detail. Hopefully when we get back tomorrow, we get a bit of time, either tomorrow or Saturday, to kind of get them where we're looking to position them and then build round about, and then I can show you all the details. But otherwise, that is us for Thursday. Friday morning, the dogs found themselves a bed in the tarpaulin that we finished taking off the milling machine from last night. I've put that just a bit into place where I think it's going at the moment. I'll show you around it a bit later on. Moved the hydraulic testing rig as well that we unwrapped last night. One order to go out this morning, a 150mm S4 rock auger. Let's go and get that packed, get it out, and then I'll show you around what else is on the day. Right, order done, that's ready to go. Palletways will pick that up this afternoon. We've had a couple of customer drop-offs. Well, we've had one and we're waiting on another one. If you are a regular watcher, this will be familiar to you. That is a Kinshofer Knox tilt rotator. It's the one we had in for repair a couple of months ago. I'll explain the full story when I get to it, but anyway, it's back, so you can guess why it's back. Other than that, we're just waiting on another customer turning up in the next 5 minutes or so. They're going to drop off a breaker for repair, but hopefully just for regas actually. And if that doesn't fix it, then repair. And that's us pretty much up to lunchtime Friday. Just been working on some other bits and pieces for customers. I have a customer quite keen on taking the Cymex CBA, the asphalt granulator bucket. If you watched last week or the week before, I'll link it up here anyway, the episode that we took a quick run down to Hill Head show, you will have seen us showing you around the CBA bucket. There's a quick video of one working there, so hopefully we can get that tied up. That'd be cool to see it in the UK, see it working and show you it as well. Other than that, just working on some other customer quotes for some bits and pieces, and hopefully they come off and then I can show you around them when they're here. Delivery. Laura's here. packets that we dropped off the other day. So let's get them unloaded out the pickup and then should be able to show you what they're for. They've been modified for a tilt bucket and the bolt pattern drilled in them. They are for one of these, not that one, this one over here. I think I showed you taking the parts the other day. But for that, once we get it put together, I will show you. I'll get that together over the weekend and I'll show you when it's done. Brought in some signs, a couple of small ones and some big ones. So I'm going to go open up the big ones just because I want to see what it looks like, to be honest. I have 100 other things I probably should be doing, but it's cool. It's Friday afternoon, so let's get that open. Thought I could get away with just cleaning the back end of that sign up and sticking the decal on it, but I think what we'll do is get some white vinyl. I've got some at the house off of there. Cover that, I'll wrap that white, then we'll put the new sign straight in the top and that'll be ready to go up. Right, you know we show you the good and the bad here, that's the whole point in these week-to-week videos. Well, here is one of the bads. Here you go, one of our tree shears. It is the same shear as is on the shelf here. The 250mm cut Ecotech. And there's the picture again. You can see that's had a fairly major failure. So yeah, that's annoying, but that's the industry we're in. It happens. We sell products that are going into machines and go in the ground or carry out construction or carry out various tasks, and every now and again we do get the odd issue. So spoke to the manufacturer, spoke to Gary at Ecotech. They've actually updated the design of the main body of the 250, so he's going to send a replacement out to the customer because they're needing one quite quick to get them going. In the meantime, there's what they've done to fix it. Fair play to them, they've welded up the cracked body just to get it back to work. We're going to send it actually end of this week. It should be with them the start of next week and get that fitted and get it back to work. So yeah, there's the good and the bad for the day. 5:30 PM Saturday evening in the warehouse. Busy one today again. Let me fill you in on what we were up to. Finished assembly on one of the 6-ton tilt buckets. Still need to tidy up here and clean the oil up. That's assembled, hoses are on, just need to test it. Not going to lie to you, that took a little bit longer than I expected and a bit longer than it probably should have done. Other than that, got some signs. The ones that Laura brought in the other day, little one there, done. Big one that's now upside down, it's done, ready to go back up on the end wall. They're pretty cool, if I do say so myself, so I'm looking forward to getting them up and seeing what they look like. Other than that, Laura wasn't in today because she was doing her first ever fitness competition at the gym. Her and Fiona, 2-man team, thick thighs and thin patience. So I took a break middle of the day to go watch them. They've done very, very well, so big shout out Laura for that. I'm not entirely sure, in fact I'm certain that I wouldn't have managed it. Here's some clips and I'll let Laura talk you through the competition.
This is heat 1 and we are doing wall balls and bike. You start off with a 0.5k on the bike and then 25 wall balls. The bike goes up by 25, it goes down by 25 and the wall balls go up. This is heat 2. We're doing there's sled push, then 35 keys and 35 cows on the ski, and then 50 synchronised down up to our absolute hell, then back on the ski and finish with the sled push. Once in between you've got 15 minutes break after each heat, and there's four heats. Yeah, my legs were knackered by this point here. There was nothing left. The lactic acid just builds up. But great support at the end with everybody that was in the room at that time. Just fantastic hearing everybody shouting on you, and it does give you a push. This is workout 3. Before we done those thrusters, there was 55 unbroken skips. So if you've broken them, you had to go back and do them again. This is actually the start of heat 4. There's 100 trap bar deadlifts with 100 butterfly sit-ups. Once we'd completed that, there was a run to the fire station, which is 800 metres, and then back on this rower to see how many calories you could get between us for scoring. Tough day, it was great. Thanks Fiona for taking part with me and agreeing. Would I do it again? Yeah, I think I possibly would. Just great support at Curtis Brothers in Lanark.
So yeah, both of us hard at work for a Saturday. And with that, I think Saturday's done. We're about to get locked up here, get back down the road. We'll be out tomorrow for a few hours, just doing a bit of tidying up, finish off, cleaning up that bucket, and it'll be done. And that'll be us for another week. But in the meantime, that's us for Saturday. Sunday morning, we're back in the warehouse. You've seen us finishing up the sign yesterday. So first things first, let's go get it up. I've said it before already this year, but it's supposed to be the middle of summer and it's raining again. But you know that saying of it's your name above the door? It's quite literally our name above the door now. That's pretty cool. Good, satisfying job done for a Sunday. Thankfully we can get a shot of the access platform of the mute to put that up, so that was a much nicer way to do it. I've got some more to finish making for out the front here, but we'll get to that next week. We've got a board there that we got that was actually up in this site when we got here, but I'm going to go and get it guillotined, get it cut in half. There it is there. We can make 2 signs out of that next week, then we can get them up. I've also done a little bit more tidying up in here today. Finished assembling the tilt bucket from yesterday, tightened everything up. That is ready to test tomorrow at some point. And built up some more racking, which gets some more stock up and off the floor. I don't know if I'm convinced it's the same bay of racking as the one there, just replicated it on this side. I think there's some racking down the yard that we need to take down that we'll probably put up down the middle somewhere. I don't know, we are undecided on that yet. Also got delivery of some jazzy new Milwaukee pack out gear. That is for an upcoming job that we have to go to site and fit a Kinshofer Knox tilt rotator. I'm going to build a bit of a toolkit for that. Otherwise, that's pretty much us done for Sunday and done for this week. Thank you again, everybody. If you made it all the way to the end of this week's video, it is thoroughly appreciated. Our whole point in these videos is just to show you the daily workings, the ins and outs, the behind the scenes, the good and the bad of what goes on here at the attachment company. So if you've made it here, thank you very much. Let us know in the comments what you thought of this week's episode, or what you would like to see more in the future. When you're down there, if you'd hit like, hit subscribe, that'd be thoroughly appreciated, and we'll see you next week.